You know, first they said that the pen is mightier than the sword. And then they came up with another line, which is, a picture paints 1,000 words. And look at these cameras over here. Photography has come a long way. We don't even need cameras to take pictures anymore. We can just use our phones. And with Instagram, everybody is a great photographer. Well, every now and then you will come across a picture that will be a wake-up call. And my guest for today, well, his picture was a wake-up call. It was so good, it got him the World Press Photo Award for the sports single action category, and boy, what an image it is. And the best thing is, he's not even a professional photographer. Instagrammer? I don't know, let's find out. Well, my guest is Dr. Chen Wei Seng. My name is Syed Farradino Omar, and you are watching In Person. Okay, let's not waste any more time. I mean, this is the image I was talking about. This is the award-winning picture, and here's the man who took the picture. Dr. Chen, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh my God. You know, the first time I thought of interviewing you, of course, I would Google the image. And when I saw the image, I'm still getting the goosebumps from the image. I mean, it is such a... It captures everything that sports tries to present itself as,
yes.
But then you look at it, it's not a conventional sport. These are not horses, those are cows. That's not a professional athlete.
Yes.
That is probably an orang kampung that we can relate to.
Villager, farmer.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me what's the story behind this picture.
Okay, this is a very famous event in Sumatra. It's normally held in between harvest season, where they have harvested the rice, the paddy, and left the open field. So what happened is different villages will send their top young men and the strongest bull for a race on the fields. And this race is not based on speed, who reaches the end fastest, but on the skill of finishing it, handling the bull, and also, as you can see, the emotions, the way she shows, the way he handles the bull, and finishing the run. So it's not based on speed, but the committee, the village jury, consisting of the different head men of the village, will judge which jockey performed the best.
So it's not even actually a race, it's a performance.
It's a performance, but they will just run, and they will select the winner.
I see.
Yeah.
So on the mere merit of it actually being a performance, and it's all for a great show, makes perfect setup for a photography lah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I see.
Well, it's actually held like a sports event, except the merit is not on speed.
On speed,
yes.
Yeah, it's on the overall performance of
just like it's gymnastics, you look at the performance, so it's the same way. If you look at it that way.
That's a very, very beautiful way of looking at it. It's sort of like gymnastics between man, nature, and animal.
Exactly.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
And so we can see this
a harness kind of
a
strap.
harness. What is he standing on? Is he?
Yeah, he's standing on this end of it. One leg on this and the other leg on the other. And this rope here ties up the bull together so that they don't split apart.
Ways,
And he hold on to the tail, and normally the handlers will just slap on the bull and they'll just start to run. They release and they'll just start to run. And the paddy field is quite wide, so they sometimes do not run along a straight line. So one bull may be faster than the other, so they may go on not a straight line, but go off course even.
Right.
But it's not important finishing, but rather the way he handles the bull and the run.
The journey took.
Yes.
The journey happened.
So the bull has to show the energetic run, and he has to display the courage.
So the bigger the splash, the more beautiful it is?
That is picture making. So, but I don't know on the judging committee what they actually look at. But there's a prize for the jockey, and also the bulls will actually fetch a good price at the auction if the bull wins.
I see.
And
what happens to the bull?
Normally they are kept. They work in the fields.
Right.
By being a winning bull, they normally fetch a better price, and also the jockey, and also prestige and honor for the village. If the village wins.
It's a wonderful story behind it.
Yes.
So, of course, the other half of photography, it's not just about having the right equipment and the right setup, but it's also being at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
You look from where we are standing.
Yes.
You look like these bulls are charging towards you.
Towards me, exactly. Like I
Okay.
said, it's not like in the Olympics where the runners run along a straight track. You can always wait at the end of the track. But here it depends on luck. The bull may veer off course. And if you happen to be there in the right place where he's charging at you, you will get the best picture.
Right. So in this particular case, what happened? They were charging in a different direction and turned towards you?
Well, there's actually a huge crowd of photographers, so it was charging directly at me.
It was
Yep.
and you just blasted away with your camera, yeah?
Exactly.
And how far away were you?
It's about 200 meters.
So you must have had a very long lens then?
Yes, that's right.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And why did you feel, or why did you think that the World Press Photo Association chose this particular photo as the winning photo of the year?
Well, there's drama, there's sports, there's emotions. Like the head jury said, sometimes a picture will hit you in the head, in the heart, and in the stomach. So any one of these, but if you have all three, then of course that's the winner. But in my case, I think this one will probably hit you in the head and in the heart, but not the stomach. So, well, it's something that
when you look
stands out.
closely, and you realize the mud goes into the mouth, then maybe
Yes,
like
maybe, yep.
a minor stomach
Yeah,
effect there.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course, I need to ask you this:
Yeah.
how do you feel about winning such an accolade?
Oh, it's a fantastic feeling. At first, I didn't think it was that big until my friends, photojournalist, who tells me that this is the most prestigious event in the world, and it's like becoming a world champion. So that's really something.
And if I understand the awards correctly, there is no segregation between professionals and non-professionals, correct? It is
No,
just
they are
the one.
all actually professional photojournalists. So it's not every photographer can take part. It's because I do freelance photography for sports, so I'm eligible to take part.
Right. So in their eyes, you are considered as a professional
Yes.
sports photographer.
Sports photographer, yes.
Right, I see.
That's what I
when
do.
in actual fact,
Yes.
you are that as well as a medical practitioner.
Yes.
Okay, and that is the thing that we want to talk about today, because we're going to go for a short break right now.
Yeah.
But when we come back, we are going to address this fact. Most of us normal people, like me, we spend all our lives building a wonderful career for ourselves, one career. And Dr. Chen has two careers, because yes, he is this, but he's also Dr. Chen. So we're going to talk about that and see how he manages it. So shall we go for a stroll, and you can tell me the secrets to success? We'll be back on in person.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, and we are now going to try to correct from Dr. Chen what are the secrets of his success. But before that, let me just try to explain to him. You see, okay, doctor, on this particular program, I always preach that the people that I meet, the successful people, have so much passion for the stuff that they do, that inadvertently some of that passion spills over onto something else, and it becomes their hobby, and their hobbies add value to their lives. Yeah,
definitely.
But in your case, your adding value has become a parallel career, which is something not everybody can do. So how do you do it?
Just allocate time, plan, and do it well, execute it well. Because when success comes, you enjoy it, and you will motivate me further to actually do better.
So when somebody asks you, are you first and foremost a doctor or a photographer?
I would say doctor first.
No,
I
doctor
won't
first.
give up that career.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Is it because if you don't become a doctor, you cannot afford being a photographer because the cameras are so expensive?
Yeah, in a way, yes. That's very true. Yeah.
Okay, so first and foremost, you're a doctor, yeah?
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about your career as a doctor.
I work with a group practice. So being in a group practice, I do actually have more time for other things. I don't have to spend too many hours in the clinic. So I can actually allocate time for, I'm very active in sports as well, and I have time on weekends for sports photography. And I also make sure that I allocate time for research. So I'm actually doing a bit of research for some universities, and also I'm a part-time tutor to a university. So it's spending a bit of
Let
time.
me
of
get this right.
everything. Yes.
Medical practitioner.
Yes.
You teach.
I teach.
You research.
Yes.
And you take photos.
Yes.
And I'm complaining I don't have enough time over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time allocation because most of them we do not need to spend too much time.
Okay.
You just dedicate the time to do that job, and you know when you need to finish that assignment, just do it and do it well, and you should be okay.
So which one came first? Did you discover photography first or did you discover medicine first?
Photography. I started like 38 years back when I was in Form 1 in the school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that then.
I studied in Bukit Bintang Boys School, so we had a camera club there, and two of my best friends, they're actually interested into it. Their father is interested into it, so they have always a camera to spare. So I tag along and had an extra camera, and in the dark room we actually make our own prints, develop the film, make our own prints, and those days is you have to be really good because it's not like digital today.
Shoot.
Yeah, and look and delete and reshoot. But those days you have to.
It was about economy.
Exactly. So you pay money, you develop, and if it's not good, you just waste the whole roll. So you make sure that every shot matters. So that's a good way of learning. So later on, when the digital age came on, I sort of retook back this, and because of sharing on the internet, I'm able to share with a lot of friends, and that also looking at each other's pictures help us. We motivate each other and learn from each other. And the other good thing about internet is I do actually make money from it, and that actually helps me to buy more equipment and upgrade equipment. So it's not like being a doctor and earning the money to buy the equipment. I started off with actually very simple camera, but do it well, and people will notice you. They will call you for assignment, and you can actually sell the picture and you make money, and that will help you.
So how do you make money then? You actually sell the pictures to
image banks. They are based in the US, so whenever people buy the image, I'll get a commission.
I see.
And also I take assignment locally, so I get paid, let's say, for 300 ringgit for a 4-hour job. So it's something that I enjoy doing and getting paid, so fine. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that coming. It's something I enjoy doing, getting paid.
Exactly.
Not the photography bit, but the getting paid part.
Yeah.
I'm sure
it
the
comes
photography
together.
bit,
Yes, the
I was
passion
gonna
part,
say.
and you get paid for your hobby, so that's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did you get into, okay, fine, that's photography, but how did you jump into sports photography in particular?
Okay, I enjoy shooting human endeavors, emotions, and human excellence, dedication. Then the second thing is it is a safe place to actually shoot and bring expensive equipment to. So like some people enjoy street shooting, but I don't find that too safe. So in a stadium, enclosed environment, I feel safer in those kind of environments. So that's one of the reasons that I take
Safer as in against theft or?
Against theft, weather, and so on. Yeah.
I see.
And then if I need a break, I know when to break. I have a timetable, a schedule to follow.
Right.
So I can actually plan out my shoots well. And of course, sports pay. If you do streets travel, nope.
Yeah, because it's anybody can do that.
Yes, exactly. And people on assignment basis will normally pay you to shoot sports or weddings. Of course, weddings I don't do. It's a bit too stressful.
Weddings are stressful.
Yes.
Sports are not.
No.
Sports where you have to go and stand in the middle of a field and wait for the bull to charge towards you. It's not stressful.
No, it's not stressful.
As opposed to a bride walking down the aisle.
Yes, because you have to deliver the picture. There's no second chance.
I see. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's another great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And how did you get your work discovered and start selling? You can take 1 million pictures.
Yes,
But
so that's the great thing about internet. Sharing on forum, like-minded groups. So when people look at it, they say, hey, come and shoot for me. So that's how I got started.
That's how you got started.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we are going to go for another break very shortly. But before we go, I just have one very quick question. Is it important for someone who wants to be good in photography?
Yes.
Early stage, not professionals yet, an amateur who wants to be good, to invest in very expensive cameras and all, or can we start off with simple equipment?
Yes, you can start off with simple equipment, and that's how I started.
Okay.
It's just you have to do it well, research your picture well, and when you go down on the field, execute it. Do it well.
What do you mean by research your picture well?
Oh, let's say if I'm going to shoot at a venue of a certain sport, I normally will have to look at some good pictures made by some professionals, and whether I can create almost the same thing or I can better it. And I look at the lightings, I look at the angles, and where I need to be to get that shot. So that's planning. If you just go down there and start to think where to go, you will not get the right place.
I see.
You're there at the right time. So
it's not
planning.
just about literally clicking the shutter,
yes,
but
and it's
you
not
actually have to
expensive
think
equipment.
behind it. Yeah?
Yes, so equipment is not important. It's being there right time and planning.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We have to go for another short break right now, but when we come back, we have more questions. This man is proving to be very inspirational, so stay with us on In Person. Okay, we're back, and I'm of course still with Dr. Chen. Doc, please
Thank you.
have a seat. We're actually here in the Canon office, where I would assume you get most of your equipment, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Why Canon then, if I may ask?
Like I said before, I started off a long time back, film cameras. So those days I was using a Canon SLR camera. So I had all the lenses. So it's quite natural when digital age came in, I bought a Canon digital camera.
Right.
So that I don't have to change my lens altogether.
Right.
So it's a EF mount that I can use all my old lens from the film days. It's quite natural progression.
When somebody has a hobby, they will invest. Yeah?
Yes.
When one of the things in life that I don't understand personally is golf.
Okay.
I don't play golf, but I cannot deny the fact that people spend a lot of money buying the bag, the clubs, the clothes, everything, the works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that you have spent an immense amount of money building up your cache of equipment?
No, I buy the equipment whenever I need that equipment, and when I have money to spare, yes, then I'll upgrade, but not to show off a collection of the whole range of equipment. Yeah.
So you have what you need.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That I need for the job, I will get it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to take a step back and go back to you as a person and a person who is juggling two careers. Yeah?
Yes.
What would you say is the thing that is going to make you go forward longer? Because you said just now, medicine is not something you will ever leave. Yeah? That's your calling, I would imagine.
That's right,
yeah?
yes.
Photography, what's the story?
As long as I'm needed and as long as I'm enjoying what I do in photography, I'll just carry on.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you say needed, as long as you sell, I would imagine.
Yes, and whenever people call me up for jobs.
Right, I see.
Well, actually,
what about for leisure?
Yeah, I'll do that still, but it needs some motivation. Unless it's purely for art, then yes. But right now, I do something that I need to share with people. And a lot of people just take photograph and they keep it to themselves. It's not for me. I share and I enjoy reading responses. I enjoy teaching as well. I have many people who write how do you do that, what settings on the camera. So I enjoy teaching them and enjoying sharing this knowledge with them.
So on the one hand, you share your knowledge at the university with medical students, but you also share your knowledge in photography as well.
Yes.
So you give talks?
Yes, I've given talks in photography before. Yeah.
Okay. And between the two, let's say retirement comes as an option.
Yes.
Which of the two careers would you choose to retire if you had to now?
I really can't give you the answer because I've not thought of that.
Well, you're probably going to think about it now after this, yeah?
No, not when I'm still kicking and able to run around, because there's still a lot of places in the world that I'd probably like to go to and photograph.
So what's next for you in terms of photography?
Well, in the near term is I'm engaged by someone to shoot the Malaysia Open golf. Although I don't play golf, but they
are you
asked
with me
to,
and you don't understand the philosophy behind golf?
Yeah, something like that. But when I'm needed to deliver the pictures, I know what to do, and
Of course,
I'll deliver the pictures.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And beyond that project?
Beyond that project, I'm actually scheduled to go to Bali for a photo shoot, but because it's going to be so close to the award ceremony in Amsterdam for this award, so I'm actually cancelling that Bali trip.
Right. So what were you supposed to be shooting in Bali?
I love the culture there, the people there, the dancers, and
Oh, so it's not just about sports photography for you?
No, it's
other
not
stuff
just
as well.
sports. Yes, travel, culture, landscapes. Yeah.
What draws you the most in when you're going to take a photo? What excites you the most about any piece of photography that you've done?
Creating a beautiful piece of art. It's not just a picture, but I would like to draw my viewers to have a second look and to think that they see a beauty in something so common. So that's what I enjoy about doing landscapes, doing culture. Yeah.
On top of whatever other photography,
Yes.
sports photography that you do.
That's right.
And of course, one of the elements of photography that is rapidly dwindling is the part where we... Customers coming in. This is a very busy place. Sorry about that. Is the part where we print photographs. We
Yes.
don't do that anymore. We have it all in digital format and that's it.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's a waste because if you're going to share your picture, and one of the best ways is actually do prints. So I actually have a large printer at home that I can print, and if you can see around you some beautiful prints. They're not taken by me, but this is how you should be showing your pictures. And the other alternative is that I always tell my friends is to actually print your own photo book. I have a collection that I can show you later of some of my travels that I print, and that's the best way to share with your friends, with guests to your house. Instead of showing them on your computer
screen,
you actually have a book, and today it's so easy to research material to write up to accompany your photos. So let's say if I go to Bali, I can tell a story behind the picture in words and have pictures to show.
Right, I see.
So it makes a great book, and it's also something that you can share with your children later. When they grow up, they see, oh, it's beautiful, and you know, today, later on in their life, when they go to, say, Bali, they may not be able to see these images anymore.
I see. So you still think that the hard copy element is still a critical...
It's still very important.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we don't do that very often anymore. Okay, I think that's all the time we have for now. Doc, thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations. If I go home and I look at the picture, I still get goosebumps because an image can affect you in ways that words can't. Because it just pulls at every single sense. Okay. So thank you so much for that, and we wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to seeing your name again, maybe this time next year.
Thank you.
Well, you've been with me, Syed Farradino Omar, and of course I've been with Dr. Chen Wei Seng, who is a doctor, but also at the same time he is a photographer, and he has just recently won the World Press Association for Photo of the Year award for sports single action category, and it's a brilliant photo, so you should Google it. You've been watching In Person, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.